Hello, everyone. I'm a professional musician and a theater artist. So last summer, I was working in an intense rehearsal period and I developed severe throat pain and it hurt when I spoke. And the pain wasn't my vocal cords at all. It was like the top of my esophagus. So, like where you would get a throat infection. So time went on and the pain just kept getting worse and worse. They had to take me out of the shows altogether, and weeks turned into months, and months turned into a year. I couldn't speak without pain for an entire year, so I didn't speak at all, maybe one or two words a day, which was extremely challenging emotionally, but mostly physically because I was in so much pain. Even when I was not speaking, it was excruciating. It was just burning, a burning sensation all day long. I couldn't be around scents because it would burn my throat. So I couldn't be around friends. I didn't have a life. I stayed inside. I couldn't work at anything because I couldn't work. Sorry, I couldn't speak and I couldn't be around scent. So I had no options. Um, so I lived in isolation. I was extremely depressed, and no doctors were helping me at all. I seen probably approximately 30 different doctors, and absolutely none of them had a clue on what was going on. The ones that did give me some sort of response, it was always some sort of something that was irrelevant, like maybe you should try uh, medication for depression or something like that. Or like maybe it's take this little steroid for you to snort in your nose. Like it was just pointless and none of it worked. Or, yeah, I didn't try medication or anything, but I didn't bother because I knew that wasn't the problem. The problem was the pain, and no one was like, no one understood it, what was going on. So I took matters into my own hands and just started to try every single diet that I could just to try to get some relief. Um, I tried this one called low fodmaps, and that one I didn't get much relief from, and I was always hungry. Like I would eat a meal, and then right after the meal, I would feel like I could eat the same thing again twice and still feel hungry. Cut sugar for a bit, and that one actually seemed to help a little bit. So that was like the first time I felt any sort of relief at all. So I knew diet was going to help. My friend kept messaging me about the carnivore diet, so I gave it a shot. I actually didn't take me too long to get used to it, and around that same time, I seen a naturopath doctor, and she did a test on me, and which showed that I have heavy metal toxicity. So, um, as time went on, I was taking the homeopathy for that and on the carnivore diet. And it was the first time in an entire year, after trying absolutely everything possible, that I started to see some pain subside in my throat. You know, every day I'd be able to maybe say a couple of more words. Then a couple of weeks will go by, I'd be able to start like having small conversations. So I started the carnivore diet 6 months ago, and now I'm able to have conversations. I'm able to sing, and it's just such a relief to be able to have social interactions with people and to be able to express yourself through words is really relieving once you go that long without being able to talk, and being in so much pain. So I've learned a lot through being on this diet. I'm learning so much about the basics of health and how important it is to fuel our bodies with quality food that we are supposed to be eating that gives us energy. And for the first time, I don't crave sugar, and I always crave sugar my entire life. And I feel satisfied. I could eat a meal and go the rest of the day now and not feel hungry. Whereas my entire life, I could eat once every hour and never feel satisfied. And I'm also 14 months sober from alcohol because I always had a binge drinking problem. So the carnivore diet also helps me feel more secure as in sobriety. Um, so yeah, it's great and I love it so much. And I have plans to just continue it. And I'm looking forward to a more positive quality of life. I see things more clearly now, and it helps with my anxiety big time. Like, I noticed that right away as soon as I started the diet. And yeah, I just love it. And I want to thank you, Sean, for sharing your knowledge and being so compassionate. I would like to thank everyone in the carnivore community because there is so much support and it's really appreciated. I feel like as carnivores, we are a part of something really powerful. Thank you guys for listening.